Hi, today we're going to talk about negotiation, specifically how to listen to body language. I recommend face-to-face or video conference negotiations for anyone who has control of their body language. It provides you so much more feedback. There are several good books on the subject that I would recommend, including Body Language Secrets, How to Win More Negotiations by Greg Williams, and Spy the Lie by Susan Carnicero. Body language pertains to facial expressions, including eye contact, body movements, including posture, how we move our hands, head, and feet. Body language can be used to build rapport with the other party. You can sync with the other party by subtly mimicking the way they position their hands, head, or feet. Your posture as well. For example, if they lean in, then you'd lean in. If they're leaning back in their chair, then you lean back in your chair. These moves send the message that you're just like them. It can set the tone for the negotiation. Observing the other person's body language can also reveal a great deal at the negotiation table if you know what to look for. Some experts will tell you that you can tell if a person is lying depending on which way they look. I think that's too simple and prone to misinterpretation. For example, I know a guy who fidgets a lot. When he's nervous, he scratches the back of his head with both hands. However, when he lies, he looks you straight in the eye, lets off a little sigh, then leans in and appears to have total control over his nonverbal communications. When he does that combination, you know the next words out of his mouth are a lie. So the best method of learning to read a person through their nonverbal communication is to get to know the other party. Pay close attention to their body language when they are not in the negotiation room. Perhaps they're on a sales site visit or at a trade show or eating lunch with you. What does their body language look like when they are comfortable or when they are responding to a tough question? Ask them questions that you already know the answer to. Some easy questions and some you know they won't want to answer. The best way to read someone isn't if they look to the left or if they point their feet to the door or cross their arms, etc. The best way to read a person is to compare that person to their baseline. How did their body language change when you asked them the question that they didn't want to answer? If they were not completely honest about the answer, remember, you're asking questions you already know the answer to. How did their face expression or eye contact change? What movements did they make with their head, arms, feet, or posture? Did they smile or frown? Did they raise an eyebrow or look away? Fidget, scratch, or adjust their seat positioning? Perhaps they looked down or to the side in a way that they didn't do before. Maybe they had their hands crossed or they uncrossed them. Perhaps they leaned further back in their seat or uncrossed their legs. Just like a professional poker player, you want to dial in to their every movement. Look for patterns. Most of us are not able to remember little details for very long, so be sure to take good notes after your encounter. Review those notes before you enter the negotiation room. Remember that your body language speaks even when you don't. Make sure your body's in sync with your speech. If your lips are saying you need them to make a concession, but your body is saying you are desperate to make a deal, then you may be in trouble. I say maybe because even though some people are really bad at controlling their body language, others are just as bad at picking up on the subtle and even not so subtle clues. Practice in front of a mirror or in front of a video camera until you are able to control your body language. Then focus on the other party. In summary, the best way to know when someone is bluffing in a negotiation is to compare everything they say with every move they make. This takes an intense amount of concentration. You will be mentally exhausted after each interaction. However, tuning into someone's nonverbal language will bring your negotiations to the next level. On the flip side, the next time you're across the table from another negotiator and you see that they're intensely focusing on your every word and motion, chances are They are also looking to see discrepancies between the words you speak and the motions you make. May your next negotiation be even better than the last. Thank you for listening.